Hello everyone, my name is Denver and I'm the president of Strikehawk E-Commerce. Today we're going to talk about Google Analytics and how you can use that in PrestaShop to decide what your top menu items are going to be and what your featured items are going to be. I was specifically going for Google Analytics in-page analytics. Oops, we didn't want logo. In-page analytics is found down here. I believe it's in behavior. Yeah, and then you want to go down to the very bottom, and that's in-page analytics. And this is going to load and hem haul around because I don't have the plugin, but I did go to the full page view. And here are some very interesting stats that show you where people are clicking on your website. And you can see up here that this is the top menu, not the top menu, but the top banner. And the top banner is getting around a 7.3, so people are actually just using it to click back to the home page. See the stats similar to the logo. But what we're looking for is the top menu and which ones are performing and which ones are flunking. And it's a little confusing because you got to look at the itty bitty little triangle down in the bottom right. And you can see here that the ones that are underperforming are seasonal, souvenirs, and about us. So we really need to go work on possibly category names, like renaming this to what it actually has in it, which is olive wood. So maybe we go back and put in olive wood crafts. We might see a better click-through on the in-page analytics. And then the next thing I was going to show you is the other main menu or homepage feature called Featured Products, which is oddly named Popular. And you can modify what's popular. And you may want to go through this each content calendar month. So if you've lined up all your holidays and it's Easter, you might have featured items from that category. So I go over here and look at religious rituals, and then I need to decide what usually sells best around Easter. Maybe it's rosary beads, and that would be category 242. So I would come over here to go back and show you how I got here. So in the modules list on the left, you would type in, this thing keeps messing up my browser. So you would type in featured, come over here and configure. And gosh, I done forgot what they, there you go, 242. So I would change this in the month of Easter to 242. Make sure that this is off. And then when you save it, items from that category are going to be displayed. 242. And let's refresh here. See? Now you have all of your 8 of your featured rosary bead items that would show up on Easter. But I need to change that back. 152. The idea behind this is if logically you're getting better click-through rates in one category, see 8.4, and rosary beads or shofar horns are a subcategory at that, and it's one of your higher margin products, then it just makes sense to follow along with that if you're not looking for following a certain holiday in a certain month. Now, going back to the in-page analytics and this, I'm going to have to work with the customer to remove seasonal, souvenirs, and about us replace them with either top level or second level product categories to try to increase the click-through rate on the top menu. You can see these stats pretty much follow along with the category info box in the same type of performance. People just really aren't going for those categories. And so I would recommend removing them and placing them with something better that sells well. I hope I've covered everything you want to know about top menu. Let's go one more item. If I'm going to rename these to have semantic meaning with maybe some entities that Google Trends knows about instead of listing it as a keyword, then I would do that. So like Bethlehem Crafts, which is mainly olive wood products, I might change that to olive wood crafts and see how that performs. And so to do that, I would have to go over here to catalog categories and then find the one that I want to edit and click the arrow key there and click edit. This one's safe to edit. You know, you can name that olive wood crafts. Make sure that this stays the same on the hierarchy. Reword your description. The content of the category needs to match, or at least have synonyms and things of the nature to bring out the meaning of that category. So olive wood crafts, and then think up, you know, this one's not exactly the best one in the world because it's comma separated keyword stuffing. More improvement we need to do, but put out at least 2-3 sentences with words similar to olive wood craft, and then you can. I always skip these. I don't like having images; they just slow the page load down. Work on your title. Make sure that you integrate your category keyword or long tail, and repeat it here to meta description. I usually skip meta keywords because I don't use that feature. Now this one's important because you need to keep this the same. And the reason being is if you go and start changing the friendly URL, then all the link juice that you had prior is gone, or at least split in half when you have to do a 301 redirect. So, just go ahead and keep that the same. Google's pretty smart. They'll know what you're talking about. So make sure you rename, do all that, and when you save it, the top menu name will automatically change, so you don't have to do anything further. But these you definitely do need to work on, remove them, and bring out some second level or primary tier categories and start to see how they perform if these stats start to pick up. And that's all the tips I have for you today. Again, my name is Denver, and I work for Strikeout E-Commerce. Bye-bye.